Good evening, everyone. My name is Olga, and I'm continuing to read messages to an awakening humanity from Christ. The messages were received through the gift of clairaudience by Yelena Novosvit, which she recorded in the book Christ, Messages to an Awakening Humanity, a Living Word. The messages are aimed to wake up humanity, to wake up people's consciousness and help them get out of the matrix where they're unconscious and asleep. Today's message might be controversial or maybe arise even some disagreements for some people. Today's message is going to be addressed toward various churches, religions, churches at most. And most people think that they find God in church. No, God is everywhere. God is in you. God is all around you. God is in every living tree and every blade of grass. In everything you see that is alive and is of organic matter, that's where God is. And not in the temples or on the walls of various faces. And it's interesting how people of church, religious people, they consider themselves a godly people, godly men, yet they're very judgmental and closed-minded. And of course it is not their fault. It is fault of the systems that are built in church, built to zombify people, built to make blind worshipping slaves out of them. So today I'm going to read message, and I'm going to read with a special not pronunciation, but special, I guess, intonation. That's the right word. As I see this intonation, I will try to as I see the message, I will try to read with intonation that I feel is in here. The good news, the Annunciation, the good news coming to all people of the world. Its hour has come. The time has come to change people's worldview for the better, and in the name of the Mother's Earth's transfiguration. Enough! I will no longer allow turning people into sheep, for their shepherd is a wolf. He feeds them for itself, for its own profit. It governs the herd of those who believe in the idol hanging on the temple's walls. These pastors have managed to close all souls, intimidate, and cast everything into doubt, everything unknown to you in such a way that it is impossible to open pure hearts. Everything is confused. All souls are frightened. What if a devil or Satan speaks to you? What if it is the Lord himself? Do you want to banish the Lord out? For you have been deprived of the essential, the firm belief that God is alive. If he is alive, it means that everything that a human being can do is inherent in him. He can think, feel, and convey all thoughts and feelings to you. Don't be afraid of the new. The new is coming to you. Don't close yourself with dogma's shields. Open your heart and let it feel. Let it prompt you whether it can be or cannot be. Know that it exists already. The good news about the new world is knocking on your door. Open the door to it. Everything that happened is known to you already, and I will tell you what is to come. Yes, here we want to build a new world honestly. First, by having informed everyone about this. I want to tell you now about the new world that is coming here. It will have to experience a lot before the new good news reaches everyone. We long for the realization of all our plans, of all our elaborations made in ages. The entire spiritual world is behind us. It believes in you, your deeds and words. The Creator has approved the time for the beginning of the work of all our representatives in all worlds. It won't be easy, and yet we all rely on you. We hope you feel this. Yes, it's necessary. It's no longer possible to live this way. It's necessary to reject lies, the untrue, and see the power in the new flow that is already coming to you. All forces of darkness will desperately resist, doom you to fear, loneliness, and grief. We are telling you to let joy enter your heart. The good news is already knocking on your door. It will go all around the world, but it will be heard here for the first time. Here, we have chosen ancient Kiev for the fulfillment of our ideas. From here, a Son of God will come into the world, the new messenger, the new Son of the Creator. He will come to say again all the eternal old words to you. Before this happens, you can begin the work. However, you should start with yourself. Purify your ideas, emotions, and all your thoughts and deeds. Then you'll be able to see the new. Believe in God, our Father, and in me. And when self-confidence appears, together we will lay a foundation of new belief. And when you deeply feel our strength, when you believe, yes, light is stronger than darkness, then we will go the straight road to the age you call the golden one. So be the changes on the planet for the good. So be the peace and light. Let darkness perish. Let sun's ray caress all the children of the world. Let the good news come into your hearts, and let your joy flourish. So be it. Christ the Teacher, October 3rd, 2001. First, what I would like to tell is to refer again to the people, religious people, people of the church. As you can see, Christ has mentioned that it became impossible to open pure hearts. And if it is hard for you to believe or you doubt it, just think about a scenario when you talk to a religious person about chakras, about energy clearing, about anything metaphysical. They instantly shut you off, and they're like, oh no, this is from devil, this is devil stuff. And everything of a new age, everything that is related to energy, to awareness, to practices, meditation and other stuff, many of them can reject it, saying that this is devil stuff. Not because that's what they think, that's because those pastors have made them and programmed them to think that way. No one is able to think free in church. Everyone is programmed to be fearful, to think any other way except the way church teaches you. We are here to break this. We are here to help everyone to think free, to think for themselves, and to be open to everything that is new. Church is old. Church is obsolete. Yes, while they still speak truthful notions from the past, from the Holy Gospel, much is distorted, much is diluted in a way to fit them, in a way where they can control mass people. Wars start with religion. Disagreements start with religion. Religion that is built by churches. And another thing that I would like to say here, refer into the message, is my personal experience. It's my personal wonderful and beautiful experience. So originally I am from Ukraine. Let me back up. Christ has mentioned that the Son of God will come to Ukraine. His other son, his not Christ, but another being, in Ukraine, in Kiev. And when I was younger, when I was about 18 years old, I was blessed to meet an incredible woman. She was a healer. Her power was of enormous might compared to the healing power compared to the regular humans. Whenever I would come to visit her and she will do a session, all she had to do is just stand behind my back and some really crazy things would be happening. I would be either sitting down and talking to her, and I'll start coughing and like crazy things are happening, and she'll be like, oh, it's okay. It's like, all the negative stuff, the bad stuff or toxins coming out of you. And when she would put the hands behind my head without even touching me, everything just starts to melt in front of my eyes. Like major powerful energy starts to run through my body. And whenever I would leave her after the session, I would feel like, wow, like as if I was born again. I would leave a totally different person. She wouldn't even talk to me. She wouldn't even teach, nothing. Like she just, all energy worked with her hands. And she was working with the Christ. She was working with the Christ himself. And she healed so many people of cancer and all kinds of stuff. She didn't have a price. She didn't have a charge like $100, $50. It was whatever you can. It can be a bread. It can be a bag of eggs. I don't know. It can be a money if you can. Whatever you can. Anyone could come and visit her for healing, for some major soul and body healing. Anyways, she died. She died about a couple years ago. But when she was alive, she said, that was years ago, before I met Yelena, before I read the messages from Christ in the books documented by Yelena. She said that the Son of God is coming to Kiev. He will be incarnated in Kiev. And I found it pretty fascinating that she said that, woman of enormous divine power. I can't even tell you experiences I had with her. And Yelena, in messages from Christ documented by Yelena, Christ speaks of the same thing, that God's Son will be incarnated in Kiev. And let me back up. I'm not sure if I said earlier Christ's Son. I didn't. If I said, I meant God's Son, our God, our Father's Son. So yes, my message to you today is to be open-hearted, to be open to the new that is coming to you. Don't close yourself off. Don't question, is this God speaking or is this devil speaking through this? Listen through your heart. Open your intuition. Just feel it. All of these messages are filled with kindness and love, and they urge you to be kind and loving. I know this is coming from Christ. But that is another story of my own experience, how I came to know that. Anyways, thank you everyone for listening. And please, you can find all of these messages recorded on our Facebook page, Messages to an Awakening Humanity. And if you resonate with this, and if you feel the strong urge to change the world and help higher forces to destroy the darkness on this planet, please join us. Don't be just a silent observer. Become an active light worker. We're waiting for all of those who feel the truth in here, and all of those who feel inside that they are light workers and their mission is to change the world. Thank you everyone, and have a good night.